Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Adam London, Director of the Kent County Health Department. Some of the most common questions that we're getting right now in the midst of this COVID-19 pandemic are about assistance. Assistance for food, assistance for rent and for utilities, and also how can we give assistance to others in our community who might be in need in this very vulnerable situation. I'm happy to be joined today by Wendy Randall. Wendy is the Executive Director of the Kent County Essential Needs Task Force. Wendy's a longtime partner of Kent County and all of us in this community. She's going to talk to me for a few moments about what people can do to help and where people can go to get help. So Wendy, thank you for joining me this morning.
Thank you.
And let us know, what can people do if they are food insecure, they're looking for help, or they have a neighbor or a family member who is food insecure and just really needs some help in this vulnerable moment?
Yeah, that's a great question. So we have several resources that are starting to shift operations in terms of how they provide food access throughout the community. So we know that many of the schools have already posted their plans for changes in school meal programs. In addition to the postings that are available on the school websites, we also have a posting on the Heart of West Michigan United Way website that indicates how the school districts are distributing food through pickup options at each of the schools. And then we have an opportunity for people to call 211 if they're in need of assistance. And that's really the biggest thing right now. Our 211 referral specialists are available 24/7 to help people connect with the best food resources in their situation. For seniors who traditionally receive Meals on Wheels services, those are continuing operations, so those are moving forward as scheduled. For seniors who typically access a senior center for their meals, majority of those have been switched over to a meal delivery service, so they should be expecting contact from that agency, or they can reach out to that agency where they normally go for those services. We have several pantries that have shifted operations a little bit to provide for pickup of boxed items rather than shopping the pantry itself. What we're recommending right now, once people call 211 and see if anything has changed in the 211 information, then we are recommending that people call the pantry or go and knock on the door. We know that many of the pantries are not having that public shopping period, but they do have arrangements set up for special times when people can either call or text and get their food available that way. Okay. We also have some organizations that have set up special programs just for this time period. So organizations that might not otherwise be putting meal kits together, they are doing that and making pickup sites available. The YMCA is a great partner who's working on some pickup sites where people can have access to meal kits. Kids Food Basket is another great partner that has set up some special sites in addition to their standard service with the schools. So we do have some options available. The best thing is for people in need to contact 211 or to contact the organization directly.
Oh, this is tremendous information, and we are so blessed here in West Michigan to have so many partners who are doing so much and who are thinking about this problem and actually have solutions in place. And solutions that have actually been in place for some time, yes. But this is now causing everyone to do a better job of coordinating and really working to make sure that we have an abundance of resources. So bottom line, if you need help with food assistance, 211 is the most important go-to.
Yes.
And if you have kids in a school district, that school district is also going to be offering support for your family. Is that correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay. So we also know in this moment, because of all the closures of restaurants and bars and so many events canceled, that we have a lot of people who are hourly income earners that are going to be struggling for some time, who are going to see a reduction in their income, unfortunately. That's going to create some issues with rent, with utilities. Tell us about that. Where can people go if they need help paying the rent?
Sure. So again, 211 is the best point of contact for getting referred to an agency that can help with any type of rental assistance or utility assistance. They really are that first call to make referrals, to get people connected to assistance. Same is true for rent and utilities. What we're seeing right now is that, or what we're anticipating is that the need for rent and utility assistance is going to be delayed by a couple of weeks. You know, people may have that paycheck that they've been working toward coming up this week or next week, but then they may see their hours reduction hit their paychecks.
Okay.
So we're anticipating the biggest need for financial support in those areas to come within the next 2 weeks and beyond, because of course we don't know how long these work shortages are going to continue. So what we're recommending is that people contact 211. We have several agencies that are set up for this type of assistance. Sometimes there are some eligibility requirements to that, and so they'll help with the screening for eligibility. But what we're looking at from a community contributions standpoint is if people can contribute to those funds, that would be most beneficial for the community at large. Rent and utility assistance are typically things that are in high demand, especially during the winter months and moving into spring. And so we know that we run the risk of running out of those funds. And contacting 211 is the best way to get referred to an agency. Now we just need to make sure that we have the support available at those agencies.
Yeah, and so that's a great segue into my last question, which is, while we've been getting a lot of inquiries about where can I go for help, we're also thankfully getting a lot of inquiries, how can I help? And so we've got people that are at home, especially we have people in that vulnerable age group that really shouldn't be out volunteering themselves. What can they do from home to help?
Yeah, you know, the greatest need right now is going to be financial support for those agencies that are providing direct service to our community members. Financial support is going to be really important. Most of our nonprofits and community organizations throughout the county have run fairly thin margins when it comes to providing the services that they typically provide. This throws things into a big circle because they may not have additional funds to provide that extra support during this special time of need. So one thing that we're really hoping for is that people will consider a financial contribution that will go directly toward these types of services. United Way has set up a special donation link so that people can go right to the United Way website and donate online, and those funds will go directly to those agencies for this particular support. So all the services that are surrounding this situation, those funds will go directly to those services. We're also aware that there may be some people who want to donate material goods. As we heard from the emergency manager yesterday, that the Salvation Army is a primary point of contact for donation of goods. So we're looking forward to getting more information about where people can drop off donations or what types of donations are going to be appropriate if people want to make a personal donation of that sort. The other thing that some people may be considering is volunteering. And though we want to be very cognizant of social distancing, we do know that for agencies to be able to provide these services and supports, they may need some additional volunteer help. So for those who are healthy and who are not at high risk, we would like those folks to go to the volunteer website to be able to match up with one of those volunteer opportunities
And that
that's
volunteer
available.
website is also run through the Heart of West Michigan United Way, correct?
Yes, it is. Yep. So people can go directly to volunteergr.org, or they can go to the Heart of West Michigan United Way website and follow the link to the volunteer center.
Excellent. So, important takeaways there. This is your moment, West Michigan. This is your moment to really lend a hand and to be some assistance to those in our community who are in need. If you have the financial means, and no gift is too small, right?
Absolutely.
Please go to the Heart of West Michigan United Way's website and make a financial donation. That donation will be used to help people in our community who are going to be in need in the next few weeks here. And if you are a person who is physically able, young, healthy, and would like to personally volunteer, we've got some work that needs to be done, especially in these pantries and getting food delivered to those who can't otherwise get there.
Yes.
Please also go to volunteergr.org.
Correct.
And continue to follow for more details about where you can donate goods, material goods, through Salvation Army. We'll have that information available for you shortly. And I would like to encourage you to continue to like and share this Facebook page. I'm Dr. Adam London from the Kent County Health Department. Thank you.